The last time out, I was raising my wedge through this portal, and this ended up in my hand. That was concerning, but I was able to lock it up, and I wasn't in the water, and I didn't think much about it. Evidently, a log gave my boat a wedgie and sheared off these two bolts. Then later, I drove full speed with it up, and it bent out of the way. So, looks like my fin portion is the right shape. I'm gonna have to straighten this arm, pull these bolts out, which are very flat, and then get some new bolts. So, this should be fun. Come on. The dimple there, and it still wants to walk. Yeah, no. Buoy oh buoy, I've got a lot of boat puns floating around in my head. I've got a sinking feeling about sharing with you, but I think I will before they sail off. Feel free to pirate any that you like, and sooner or later, somebody's gonna groan. Come on, Alan, get back here. Now, let's cross our fingers and not our threads that Lowe's had something like this in stock so we can get on the water today. So this came out of my boat. It's 1 inch. They did, Home Depot had a 1 inch, but only one. So I got a 3/4 and I got an 1.25 inch. Not sure which I'll use. One will probably bottom out, one will probably be too short. If this bottoms out, I'll just have to cut it off the right length and clean threads up. I'm guessing there's no chance of this, but you know, might as well at least try. Just muscling it back into place. Well, I need it to be straight enough that if I come down here, it's going to slide into that, and this can also be deep enough to walk in. Got a problem there. It's a 19mm on both sides. It does have a lock nut, so I might put some thread locker on it when it goes back on. Like a nylon lock. It won't be as effective the second time on. It's not exactly flat. I'm gonna have to get a lot closer. You can see that. You know, people like to say boat stands for break out another 1,000. I try to keep it meaning break out another tool, because I'm not spending another 1,000. At this point, I had the bolts in on the wedge end and was unable to get enough leverage to get the bolts in on the boat end. fought it for a little while and finally just took the wedge back off, and then I was able to use a little more leverage on that end to line up the bolts on the wedge, and definitely would start from that side first, the boat side first in the future.
Y'all keep an even keel and don't be too stern with your comments now. So it's still a little bit tweaked this way. You can see the gap here, but it functions. And that'll be good enough for this season. I don't know about you, but it floats my boat.